Hello and welcome to Kia Speaks. We are still on this journey of change. I am Kia. I'm so excited for you for taking this journey with me as we change and we progress and we become better for ourselves and for our families. And so this week we're going to continue the conversation about change. And although these are not actually steps, but these are things that I think we all should do in order to become better. And so that thing is living our truth. Like, how many times have you met a guy and you know, like, everything he's showing you is a facade? Like, it's not the real him. It's not the genuine him. The one that you really want to get to know. Because, you know, we don't need the faux you. We need the real you. Like, show me all your quirks. Show me all your bad temper. Show me all your bad habits, your disgusting things you do. Like, give me all of that, because at the end of the day, I can appreciate your truth versus despising your lies. And so we're going to talk about living your truth. Like, I'm all about truth. Live in it, give it, and if you can't deal with it, yeah, I probably can't rock with you anyway, because you're not ready to deal with the real me. And I'm not going to say, oh, I'm real. I hate that statement. And nobody really says that anymore, but I truly believe in being your authentic self. And so that's what we're striving to be. We're trying to be our authentic self so we can truly grow. We can recognize our flaws, but also progress into the areas that we want to progress in. So if it's giving, if it's kindness, if it's time management, whatever it is, like, we can progress in those things if we take the time to do what is necessary, which is, let's be honest. That's all I'm asking for. Let's be honest. And so me, I would say in living my truth, how I live it out on a daily basis, I feel like I've come through too much to have to lie to you about who I am and what I've been through. I just really feel that. And if you can't accept me with me giving you all of that, you don't have to find it out in the street, or you know you won't hear it from your homeboy, or if you do hear it from your homeboy or your best friend or your cousin or your auntie, or you hear somebody else in the street, guess what? Well, she already told me that. So it's not like a shocker, you know? But when people have to find out about you because you did lie or you did not tell the truth about who you were in your past, yeah, that sets a bad taste in anybody's mouth. I don't know a person that it doesn't, but I know for me, like, when you lie, that does something to me. Like, I know I can't trust you. Like, that trust factor is zero. Like, it's done, you know? And so it takes a lot to rebuild it. So that's why you often see a lot of issues in relationships, because guess what? The wife is not really, or the girlfriend or whoever, significant other, she's not honest about who she is and where she is. And then the gentleman is not honest either. You know, and so what we need to be in this day and age is honest about where we are. I remember having a conversation. Well, I'm going to give you another example. So it was during the time of like 2000, 2008, I believe. And, you know, the economy was bad. Gas prices like skyrocketed. I think that was around that time frame. I don't think it was during 9/11. I wasn't here. I wasn't in this area. Because the scenario I'm remembering is that me and my sister had gone to the mall. And we weren't young. So, and I want to say we at least had, I know I had at least one child, I believe. I just can't remember around what time frame. But I want to say it was around that 2008 mark. And gas prices had skyrocketed. And me and her were walking and talking. And this guy rolled around. He was cute too. I remember what he looked like that long ago. He was cute. But he was riding around and he had this Hummer, and I'm like, I say to her, yeah, he ain't got no gas in that car. There's no way he has gas in that. Gas was extremely high, and so you have a Hummer, like, come on, dude, and you driving around it just perusing, yeah, you ain't got no gas in that. And so two ladies were walking towards us. She said, I won't mean to listen to y'all conversation, but we said the same thing, you know. So that's, you know, that facade, like, to show that you can gas your car, because everybody was struggling to put gas in their car around that time because it was just too freaking expensive, you know. And it's not to say that you couldn't put gas, but it really took a chunk out of your income, or, you know, especially if you did a lot of running around. But I digress. The whole point is that he put up this air like he was able to manage, and I don't know, I assume a lot, but I just know gas was high and people were trying to limit, you know, how much they were driving in to have to fill up this big old truck. I mean, like, this wasn't the H2, like, this thing was H3, H4, like, it was huge. And I don't even know if they have an H4, but it was the big one. So if you know about Hummers, you know I'm talking about the big one. And so back then they were even bigger. And I think they've kind of scaled them down now, but they were, it was pretty large. It was a huge truck, and it takes a lot to fill those things up. But I digress. And so one of the things that, I hate is like, don't put on airs for me. I don't really care for that. Like, just be your authentic self, because I will, I'll say something to you that makes you know that, she ain't really, that's not what I'm feeling about you. Like, I like a genuine man. And I'm not harping on relationships, but that's typically where these things happen. So if you want to grow as a person and you can't live with your own truth, meaning that you can't accept your past, that you can't accept where you are right now, like you feel like you have to lie to kind of prove yourself to people, you're not being your authentic self. What's wrong with saying, man, I ain't got no money to go to, the nearest bar or Ruth Chris or whatever it is, like, but we can go to McDonald's and have a good old time. What's wrong with saying that? And if your friends have an issue with that, one or two things: you need to get new friends, especially if they don't say, man, I got you. Or two, if they make jokes about it or they go without you, they may not be your friends. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. But I just want you to be able to feel comfortable enough to give your truth. If it's something that you're needing from someone or you need help, be able to tell what your truth is. Like, I give the truth. Like, I feel like I've come too far. I've seen too much. I've had to deal with a lot of stuff to have to lie to somebody that I don't even know. And even once I get to know you, I still don't have a reason to lie to you. Like, what's the point? If I'm hurt by something you said, I'd rather tell you I'm hurt. If I don't like the shoes you're wearing, or I feel like, oh, that's all right, that's how I feel. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that I'm hating. It's not any of those things. That's my truth. So you asked me my opinion, so I'm giving you my truth. And so I just would want you to live your authentic self and being genuine, because I think truly to progress, you got to be okay with being you. Like, I think that's what's wrong with the world today. Like, everybody want, and I ain't gonna knock it, because there's some stuff that I said, like, I'll probably go get this done. Like, but everybody wants a bigger hind parts and a bigger butt. They want bigger boobs, bigger lips, tighten this up. They want all these things done. And yet and still, the stuff that you're trying to patch up is not even on the outside. It's inside. Because you haven't been able to accept all your flaws. You're still struggling with who you are. And you want people to believe that all of this is you, when that's not even you at all. Like I said, I ain't knocking plastic surgery or none of that stuff. There are some things that I would go do if I decided to spend my money on that stuff. But I just feel like, And so I love clothes and shoes way too much to, spend money on that stuff. Like, that'll make somebody else happy, but I think they should pay for it if that's what they really want. And I'll just benefit from it. But I really don't want to spend my money on enhancements. I think I look pretty good. Like, I'll tighten up my stomach. That's really about it. I think that's really it. There might be some other stuff that I would have to seriously consider, but it ain't worth it for me. I'd rather dress it up and have to tuck it up and be in surgery and pain. That's just me. But anyway, we spend a lot of time dressing up our outside exterior versus dealing with our inside interior. Like, we have to get better at being able to give people our true and authentic selves, and we